Hello guys and welcome back. Today I have a full day wear test for you. This is the new Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blur Smooth Tint Stick. Now I love their original Eaze drops. I always call it dew drops. It's the Eaze Drop face tint. I absolutely love it. And initially I wasn't excited about this, but then I saw it at the local Sephora and I was like, let's try it on. Why not? I also have this new mascara from Benefit, the Fan Fest. I heard great things about it. It has amazing reviews at Sephora. I got a mini just because I have way too many mascaras open. So we're going to try these on, do a full day wear test. Who knows? Maybe this will be a favorite. Now I've just done a foundation declutter. I had over 80 foundations. If you haven't seen that video, I can link it down below. And I got rid of half of my foundations. And I think the only stick foundations that I kept was the Tom Ford and the Merit one. So we'll see if this will stay in my collection. Before we get started, make sure you're subscribed. If you enjoy makeup and reviews and all that good stuff, subscribe down below. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm doing more reels there and I actually quite enjoy them. Let's get started. Let's open this bad boy up. This foundation stick is $35 and it's actually a tint stick foundation. It's not supposed to have a ton of coverage. Ooh, the packaging's cute. It's plasticky and light, but it actually looks really pretty. Like I mentioned, it's $35 and it says here it has 9 grams of product. Double checking here because I know Sephora has lied to us before, but yeah, it's 9 grams of product, which stick foundations, you don't get as much products as a pump foundation. Also, that translates to 0.32 ounces. I pulled up the Tom Ford, which has 15 grams of product. So you get 6 more grams of product in the Tom Ford. I actually still have my Huda one here because the basket of foundations that I need to declutter is still here. And this one has 0.44 ounces, so 12.5 grams. So you get the least out of all of these in the new Fenty one. And I guess that's a little of a concern just because if it's a skin tint and it doesn't have a ton of coverage, you're probably going to be more likely to use more of the product rather than Tom Ford. I use very little, spreads out, covers well. So I'm curious about that. This is the packaging and the cap is a little bit see-through. It doesn't feel expensive. It feels plasticky, but I do actually quite like the design. It's kind of going into a shade here. I guess the foundation shade. And I don't know. I think it's cute, but definitely plasticky. So you can kind of see here how much foundation you're getting, which is, stop it. Is that all? I mean, this does go all the way till here, but that is so little. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I got the shade 7, and I am 6 in the Eaze Drop, like the regular one, but that one seems to be just a little bit light for me right now, so I thought 7 would work best. So that is the swatch, and let me feel it. Ooh, it actually feels beautiful. That blended in super nicely. It doesn't feel sticky, but it's obviously blends in very easily. It's creamy, but not too thick. But I mean, it doesn't look to have a lot of coverage. Let's see what it says about the coverage. It says here it's a light to medium, but then in the description, it says a light coverage. It's a long-wear tint stick with a creamy, smooth texture that instantly blurs while melting into skin for a natural finish. Okay, let's try this on. I am gonna put a few dots right there, or stripes, and I'm actually gonna take my Sonia G Jumbo Base to blend this in. I prepped my skin with the Refer, this one right here, the Intense Hydration Cream from Refer. Love this one. So that one should give me a lot of hydration, but I didn't put a primer or anything else on it. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, let's put a little bit more, but you know, that was 2 stripes, which I don't know, I just feel like you get very little product for, what did I say, $35? Is that what it was? I mean, it does look beautiful right now on the skin. I'm going to do half of the face with and then without so we can kind of compare. I do like how easy it is to blend in. I should have compared this with the Merit one. I'm going to compare it. Okay, I have the Merit right here, and this one gives you 6.5 grams, so less than the Fenty, which is, again, 9 grams. So Merit is, I think, even more expensive. Let me look. Yes, Merit is $38, so a little bit more expensive than this one, and you get, like, less product. I'm gonna put a little bit around the nose. I do enjoy stick foundations, or stick skin tints, I guess. Just in general, the ease of use, or if you're traveling, is just so easy and fast. So I love the Merit one. I use it so much on my day-to-day makeup looks. It's just easy and effortless, but this looks beautiful. Let me look up close. This looks beautiful on the skin. It pretty much looks like my skin. Looks stunning, actually. Even around my nose, I'm quite dry right now. I should have probably exfoliated before, but I wanted to start this video so I can do a full day wear test. And even around my nose, that's a little dry, it looks actually really good. Let's zoom you in. So here we have with. I really like the finish. I would say it's natural. You can see a little bit of radiance there, but it's not too much. And in person, it really looks like my skin. It actually looks beautiful. And then again, without. This feels very creamy and emollient, but it doesn't feel thick, and I can barely feel it on the skin right now. I think if anything, I feel more the cream coming through rather than this. This on my hand, it feels like it kind of set down and it's just there. Like, I don't feel it sticky at all. I love the finish. I think it looks so, so good. I'm going to try to build it up just right here to see if I can get a bit more coverage in this area. I have fuzz on my nose, but that definitely built up the coverage right here. Okay, so you can definitely get lighter coverage to medium coverage if you build it up. It actually looks super beautiful right here. Again, I'm going to do natural check-ins. I feel like that's where you're really going to be able to see how everything looks. So I'm going to do this all over. I wonder if I could use my hand. Let's just use my hand to see how this will work. Because I am lazy in my day-to-day makeup. I don't take the time to clean brushes or get my beauty blender out. I actually love using the beauty blender, but I'm just lazy, so I never wash it or wet it. So I choose to just not use it. I do think the hand did a good job. I want to say that I got a little bit fuller coverage with the foundation brush, and I kind of think I like the brush a little bit better, but the hand absolutely worked really well. I want to take this BK Beauty 101 to see how this one applies it. This is a little bit more dense than my Sonia G, so I wanted to see if I would get a little bit more coverage from this than with the Sonia G. Not really, it gave similar coverage. The color actually matches my neck pretty well. My hands are a little darker and probably my chest, but this will work like in the fall, winter. This will be a really, really nice shade. I think it matches really well. I have some friends here, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. I like how easy this is to blend out. Like with my fingers, it kind of spreads really, really easily. It reminds me a little bit of the Tom Ford. Tom Ford has more coverage overall, but it reminds me, even the finish reminds me a little bit of the Tom Ford, which is amazing because that thing is so expensive. I also really enjoy the finish. I think it's a beautiful natural finish. Again, I moisturized under, but I didn't put any other primer. So this is how it looks like just with the foundation, no primer. I think my pores look really good. just overall, I like the finish of it. It was super easy to blend out. My fingers worked, a brush worked. It did build up a little bit, and I'm quite impressed. Okay, this is looking good. Obviously, the word test will be the final answer, and I'm gonna put a little bit of makeup, not too much, but I do want to see how other products build on top of this. You know, because we want to have some bronzer or blush and a little bit of concealer. And I will show you the finished look. And I'm also going to try this mascara with you on camera. I almost finished my makeup because I want to do this mascara with you guys. Okay, so let's see what they say about this mascara. It is a fanning and volumizing mascara that fans out lashes side to side, amplifies volume, and multiplies the look of lashes. I mean, I hope most mascaras do that. It's $28 for the big one and $15 for the little one. I honestly have seen so many people talking about this, that it's so beautiful, so I just kind of got fooled in. Okay, so the wand, it has a curve to it, and it's kind of simple, honestly, which I don't mind. I actually like simple wands. So let's try this on. It kind of looks like a good basic Lancome mascara. I really have been loving the Huda one, the One Wow Coat mascara. But that one it gives a very intense look. So you kind of have to want to have such an intense mascara. And I heard that this one's a little softer, not quite as much. And also with the Huda, I only put one coat. If I put more than that, it can get a little clumpy or maybe a little bit too heavy for me. So this sounded good. Okay, I feel like it's kind of soft. It definitely gives a curl to my lashes, which is nice. But it doesn't give a ton of volume first application like the Huda, which I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting this to be a little bit more separating and more fluttery rather than intense. Okay, so that is one coat, and I feel like it did a really good job. It definitely fanned them out, gave some volume and length. I'm very curious how this will wear on the bottom lashes. Should I risk it? I'm always so afraid of wearing anything that's not tubing mascara on my lower lashes. Yeah, so I didn't apply more product. I just used this to kind of separate the lashes. I actually really like the soft look that it gives. It's not super intense right now, but I'm a 3-coat kind of mascara. I'm gonna do the other side. I probably should have waited and did 2 coats on this one and none on this. That's okay. A little late. You guys know how I look without mascara by now. Even though I really like the Huda one for intense eye looks when I need a lot of lash, for day to day, I've been loving a very soft mascara. So I feel like this one with 1 coat would be like my perfect everyday mascara. I've been loving the Merit one as well because it's just soft, it lasts a long time, elegant, separated. I really like that one. So I can kind of see how I would really enjoy this one with just 1 coat because I feel like it did such a good job with just 1 coat. So here we have 2 coats and 1 coat. And I actually love the way this looks. Even with 2 coats, you know, there's definitely more intense, but it's not obnoxious. And I really do like the way it looks. It does look a little bit more fanned out, not too spidery. I think it actually looks really nice. Here is how it looks like with 2 coats, and I touched the lower lashes a little bit. So right now I'm loving it. I love how easy it was to work. It wasn't anything extreme. It honestly reminds me a lot of a Lancome mascara, which I love Lancome mascara. So it's a little softer. It kind of dries quickly on the lash, so it's not a sticky mascara or something that, you know, I had problems smudging all over my eyes. It kind of dries down and you can kind of build on top of that, and it's not too wet. So I really like it so far. I don't think it's anything extraordinary. Like, I think my lashes look really nice, and for day to day I probably would prefer something like this than the Huda one or even the YSL one, but I think it's really pretty. The test will absolutely be how it lasts and if it smudges on my lower lashes, because that's my forever issue. I'm taking a black liner and just tight lining this area right here. And that's about it. I'll leave the bottom alone. I try to use a couple Fenty products. I use the Butter Biscuit cream bronzer. It's beautiful. It's soft. I didn't want to put too much. I just wanted a little bit to see how it works on top of this foundation, but I really want the skin to be focused, you know, on the foundation so I can see it. And then the blush, I use this new color from their collection of Riri. They actually sent me all the new colors that they came out with. I think it's 5. I actually have a reel on them if you want to see them all swatched. So I used that, and on my lips I use this Makeup by Mario in Soft Blush. I love these. I know they don't have good reviews at Sephora. I just adore them. On the eyes, I can't tell you. It's a secret, but I'll tell you, I don't know, in a couple weeks. And that's about it. That's all I have on. Definitely skipping the highlighter because I want to see how the foundation looks like. Let's zoom you in. So here we have the foundation and the makeup done. I did use a concealer. Can't remember which one I used, but I powdered only under here to set the concealer. I didn't powder anywhere else. So this is just how the foundation looks like. Oh, the concealer is the Givenchy concealer. I put very little right here and here. I really like the foundation. I love the finish. I think it blended in super nice. The color's really nice. It's not too yellow, not too cool tone. This is supposed to be, I think, light, medium, neutral undertone, I think. So I really like it overall. One thing that I've noticed is right here, there was a section where I felt like it looked a little bit heavy right here. I may show you natural light so you can see better. And a little bit on my forehead, I just see it on the skin a little bit more than I would like to. It looks really good everywhere else except those 2 parts. Let me see if I just kind of do this. Actually, I did put a little bit of concealer right there. I probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe that's what bothers me. I don't know. There's just like the forehead, I just see it a little bit. And again, there was a section here, I think, where I try to build it up here. But just overall, I think it looks really, really good. So what I've found with stick foundations over the years of trying them is that if you over apply, it can get a little just thicker on certain areas. So you kind of want to push the product or like make sure you blend that out. And then as you wear it, you have 2 options. Usually it can separate, your oils come through and it just like the product just separates, or it goes the other way where it looks so beautiful. It just melts into your skin and it becomes one with your skin. Even if it was maybe a little heavy when you first applied it, the more you wear it, the more it just blends into your skin. So I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen with this one. So far I really like it, and you know, it took me a little bit to finish my makeup. Actually, not too much. It was really quick. But so far it looks really, really nice. I kind of feel like the mascara is already wanting to kind of smudge. I have so many issues with mascara on my lower lashes. At one point I was like, I'm just not gonna wear mascara on my lower lashes because it's just, I'm just asking for it. Okay, so far I'm really loving it. I think it looks beautiful. Again, there was those couple issues where I felt like it looked maybe a little heavy, but honestly, it's starting to look better. So yeah, I will do a couple check-ins in natural light and at the end of the day to give you, you know, close-ups and my thoughts. But so far, I'm liking it. I'm disappointed in how little product you get. It's just I don't understand. I don't understand why they couldn't just give you, I don't know, 12 grams or something like that. But it does look beautiful. So that's it for now. I will see you guys in just a little bit. It has been maybe about 4 hours. I actually wanted to do a check-in earlier, but my camera died during the check-in. So this is how we're looking like. Every time I record here, I feel like the lighting makes my foundation look glowier than it actually is. So here is a close-up of the foundation. From what I could tell, I think it still looks beautiful. It definitely got a little glowier, and I do think it meshed a little bit more with my skin. I think the forehead looks decent. I'm gonna go check the mirror actually real quick. I did maybe a couple hours ago and everything looked fine, and it's hard for me to tell on camera or like the viewfinder, so let's do that. I just checked the mirror and I think the forehead looks smoother than when I first applied it. And you know, I think this foundation is becoming just more one with the skin and just more beautiful, honestly. It does have this glow to it, as you can see. I love this finish though. It's one of my favorite finishes, where it's not super glowy, but it's not matte. It's a little bit more than natural. It has a little bit more glow than natural. And again, I think the camera can make it look a little bit glowier than it really is. So far I have absolutely no complaints. I have not done much today, and I don't think I'm gonna do much today. I had a tiny mini surgery on the side on my hip. Absolutely nothing bad. It's literally just like a skin thing, but like the scar is about, I don't know, this big, so it's just kind of bothering me a little bit. So that's why I'm kind of sitting down, reading, letting Andrew take care of the kids. It's great. Anyway, let's do one more light check-in. I have like so many different lights throughout the house, and I think that's probably helpful. Okay, so this is another lighting where you can kind of see how everything's looking like. Let's zoom you in. I have learned that if I zoom too much in, the camera doesn't know what to focus on. So I try not to zoom like too much. Okay, so the mascara, I'm actually very surprised it has not smudged. I was expecting this to smudge everywhere. And I think in the beginning I had to kind of wipe a little bit as I was doing my makeup. But once my makeup was done and once I guess the mascara dried, I didn't have that issue. So that is amazing. I think the curl's still there. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, this is, you know, the first big update. I think I'm gonna do one more. Hopefully the sun won't go down, and then one more at the end of the day. But so far, I think it's a beautiful foundation. It really reminds me of the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. Maybe I should do a real side-by-side. Anyway, that's about it for now. I'll see you in a little bit. This is next day. I'm about to head out. I got ready, but I just wanted to show you just how beautiful the foundation looks like. All I have on is bronzer and a little concealer, and that's it. Obviously lips, but no mascara, no nothing. I just feel like the skin looks really, really beautiful. So I'm just liking this foundation so much. It was so easy to apply. I had 5 minutes to get ready this morning, and so I was like, I'll just, you know, put this a little bit all over, and it looks beautiful. I don't even, actually, that's a lie. I have a highlighter on. I have the Westman Atelier Peau de Pêche liquid highlighter. So the glow that's intense here, it is from that. I brought it from here all the way there, but there's nothing on the forehead. Anyway, I just wanted to do another check-in to just show you just how beautiful overall this product looks, even from far away. I think it looks really, really fresh and healthy, and I love the color. I love everything about it except how little product you get. We need more because I'm gonna go through this so quickly. So this is my last check-in, and instead of going in the studio, I'm just gonna finish it here because not much has changed. Like, my skin looks very similar. I'm actually quite impressed. Now remember that I haven't done a ton today, so it's not like I was running around, I don't know, working out or other things like that. Today I've actually taken it quite slow, but I have laid in bed. I know, such hardship, which means I kind of rubbed my face on the pillow and things like that. And actually my makeup still looks really, really good. It definitely looks, I'm looking in the mirror right now, it definitely looks a little glowier than when I first applied it. Let's see if you can see. It has more glow to it, but it's not obnoxious. It's not too much, and I haven't powdered at all. Like I mentioned before, I feel like these lights just make the foundation look just glowier. But let's zoom you in. So here is the forehead, and besides, again, it being a little glowier, I don't see much of a difference. Maybe settled a little bit here, but I mean, it's so small. I have this pretty intense smile line that, you know, makeup does tend to get there, but the pores still look good. My skin, I will say right now, let's see if I do this, my skin does feel a little bit maybe oilier. I don't even want to scare you by saying that it looks a little, or it feels a little oilier, but it's, I would say it's just a little bit more there than, for example, when I initially applied it. I really like that this hasn't broken apart. Like, I don't see anything on my forehead, on my cheeks, even around the mouth where, you know, we eat and do all that. I feel like it looks really good. So overall, I'm really impressed with this. I do want to try it a little bit more. I think what I'm going to do next is just try to use maybe a pore filling primer or maybe a more mattifying primer to see how that works. Again, I did not set this with powder, so I feel like that, I don't know, it lasted pretty well because of that. Any other concerns? I don't think I have many other thoughts. Except that it blended in nice. I really like it. That's my final thought. I actually love it. Every time I kind of looked in the mirror, and even looking from here, I look a little pale. I feel like my bronzer kind of faded real quick. But besides that, anyway, I think it looks really good. Now the mascara. Can you see this? Okay, I barely have anything under here, which is almost unheard of. So that's good. That's really, really good. I feel like in the beginning I saw maybe just a little bit of darkness, like a few flecks, but besides that, it kind of just stayed all day. And again, I was kind of rubbing my face and all that stuff. So I'm actually very impressed with that mascara. I feel like it held a curl. Let's zoom in. So hopefully you can see, like, I feel like the mascara still held a curl. It just looks good overall. I'm very impressed. So I think that's pretty much everything. Both of these products performed really well. The mascara's great. The foundation's beautiful. I would say if you have dry skin, perfect. Even if you have more mature skin or texture, I had no issues over texture. However, I don't have a ton of texture. I think one of my bigger issues are pores. So things get into my pores, but this went on really well. If you have oily skin, I would be a little concerned because it does go in very natural finish, but then it does turn a little bit glowier throughout the day, which is perfect for me because I have more natural to dry skin. And again, the mascara is great. It's absolutely beautiful. I can see myself using this kind of daily. So that's everything for now. By the way, I get so many questions when I wear these earrings. These are in the second hole. These are from a site called Aleyole. I'll link it down below. My sister got them for Christmas, I think. And I love them. Every time I wear them, I get questions about that. So that's where those are from. These are from Madewell. And then my chains are, I don't know. This one actually was a gift for my husband. It has all my kids' names engraved on all the sides. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.